the Sacramento Kings are also a dumpster fire as well. But I mean, this is years in the making. Like, they've always been a shit show. But for them to fire Mike Brown the way they did is nasty work. Like, yo, they fired the dude right before he was getting on the plane to go to the next game, after talking to the team and the coaching staff like everything was normal. Like, if you wanted to hire Doug Christie, there was ways to do it instead of doing it like this and trying to make Mike Brown look like the scapegoat. Mike Brown went to a star player in the offseason and said, hey, I need permission to be able to criticize you in the media when things are not going well, because if I can do that to you, everybody else is going to fall in line, because they're like, oh, the star player's getting chewed out. Then that means that, you know, we all got to be on our P's and Q's. It sends a message. DeAaron Fox was fine with it. So when Mike Brown used to do these things in the media, DeAaron Fox would respond and everything was fine. He even talked to DeAaron Fox the morning of his firing in practice. Everything was fine. So for you to take this drastic measure to fire the guy tells me that you've already had this in the bag. This is not something where you just like, oh, he did what? He talked to DeAaron about what? Yeah, we have to fire him. They already had it in their mind to fire him. I think that they've been waiting to say, you know what? I think we like Doug Christie a lot more than Mike Brown, because Mike Brown, you know, we don't like his style or his tone, or, you know, he's not somebody that we can control. Got to get rid of him. And for me, it's like, all right, cool. It's very typical Sacramento Kings like to do bullshit. But when it happens to a black head coach, I don't like it. I don't like it. Because you don't never see this happen to a Frank Vogel. Right? Although Frank Vogel he got fired in the press conference. But, you know, that was after the playoffs or something. Like, that was after the last. There was no practice. He didn't get fired like going to the plane. Come on now. That's nasty work. It's always the black coaches that get fired like this. Am I right? Am I wrong?
No.
So it's like, come on now. Like, why does this have to be a thing? Have some decency. Just call the man and say, look, you know, it ain't working out. You know, how can we be able to, you know, sever this relationship amicably?
Right.
We'll give you the option to resign. Right? What, you gonna fire the man before? Like, he about to get on the plane and the damn stewardess is just like, ticket don't work. What do you mean ticket don't work?
That's foul.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna go get home.
Put my joint in the goddamn machine so I can get on the plane. They telling you no. It's crazy.
That's facts, though. Listen, I mean, what are you gonna do? Realistically, do you think they were gonna achieve anything else?
Yeah, but this is a team that made the playoffs last year.
Right, they can make the playoffs because where the West was and where Golden State was. But realistically, this team isn't really gonna be what they were because their star players about to be out of there. What's left?
Yeah, but they weren't gonna trade him until the shit show happened. DeAaron Fox wants to leave now because it's a shit show.
I got you. I just feel I don't know. I feel like it was coming either way.
It wasn't coming. So, where does DeAaron Fox go? Well, rumors that he's going to, or that he has the Spurs, Lakers, Miami Heat on his list. And out of those three teams, what's the best fit? Steph, it has to be the Spurs.
Spurs for sure.
Spurs is the best fit because obviously you got Wemby over there. And I would love for them to get rid of Chris Paul and put DeAaron Fox there. That'd be good. Put Chris Paul on the bench and let him, you know, just tell him, listen, coach? I want to coach. be a mentor to the guys on the bench or something. I'm just sick of it. Get somebody else that could be able to partner with Wemby, right? It's the reason why they're not playing good right now. If they had somebody else, it would be better off.
You always got a problem with Chris Paul, bro.
He's a jinx.
Always.
He's a jinx. That's all I'm saying. Everybody was over here in the offseason. Oh, look what's going on. Spurs is loading because they got Chris Paul. They still loading. Got the old PlayStation. Remember the screen when the PlayStation used to load up? Take forever. Be there 5 minutes. Get out of here with this. He needs somebody younger, better. That don't have a rap sheet of failure. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, Spurs are the best fit. If you want to put this in order, I would say the Lakers would be a good fit because the Lakers they wanted to draft DeAaron Fox the same year that Lonzo Ball was in that same draft. So it was between Lonzo and DeAaron Fox. Obviously, LeVar kind of hyped up Lonzo and got Lonzo drafted first, right? But De'Aaron Fox I think he had a few workouts for the Lakers, so I can see that being a pairing as well. Partner him with LeBron and Anthony Davis. When LeBron leaves, you can see a De'Aaron Fox, Anthony Davis combo that might be really, really good. So I can see that happening, right? Miami Heat, I can see that happening too, but with everything that's going on with Jimmy Butler, if you're a player, do you really want to go there? Do you really want to say, yeah, that's the place that I want to go after them treating the guy that got them to 2 finals in 5 years? Yeah, that's where I want to go.
But when you think about the money, guy like that might look at the luxury tax and be like,
yeah, very true. There's no state tax and all that stuff.
I get to be lit.
You can be lit, but you're not going to... I mean, look, you can be successful in Miami. Miami is a successful organization, but there's just something about players when they get to a certain point, Pat Riley just kind of discards them. So for me, if I'm a player, that doesn't sit well with me. Like, I wouldn't feel comfortable being in an organization like that. That's all I'm saying. So I want to see what happens with De'Aaron Fox. I hope that he leaves because the Sacramento Queens are one of the worst organizations in sports.
That's crazy.
So moving on.